Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Malaysia Young Author Awards book launch series. Today is the final and the third and final. And uh, anybody who's watching right now, okay, I please tune in, okay, and share this with Facebook Live with your friends. Tag them or host a watch party. Right today, right in this series, we have five awesome young authors. They were shortlisted for Young Authors Award. In fact, one of them actually won the first prize in our Asia Young Author Award series, and they are now all published authors. Right? Everyone, please welcome Kenji, Tiffany, Yumnah, Nicole, and Chen. Right, five awesome young authors. Yes, and first of all, for those who are just tuning in, please introduce yourself and the book that you wrote. Can I start with Kenji?
My name is Kenji. I'm 14 this year, and I wrote the book Both Trials, which talks about a girl who has to go through several trials in order to please their goddess or their patron god.
Okay, and can I hear from Tiffany now?
Hi, my name is Tiffany. I'm 14 and I'm the author of Task and Betrayals. My story is about a office worker named Arya who is drawn into the magical universe of Yumnah, and she has got to go through three different tasks in order to have a chance to get back into her own world.
Wonderful. Yes, thank you, Tiffany. Can I hear from Yumna now? Hi, Yumna.
Hi, my name is Yumnah. I'm 17 this year, and I wrote the book Bright Moon of MYAA, which tells the story of a young poor girl in ancient Korea who pursues her dream of becoming a kiseng, which is a traditional performer, and it takes her down a journey of responsibility and taking on the fate of a nation.
Yes, a story from Korea. Yes, and from Nicole, can I hear from you? Nicole, I think I lost her. Yeah, there's only four now. So let's go to Chen. Chen, can I hear from you?
I'm Chen. I'm 14 this year, and my book is Humans versus Aliens. It's about an alien who escapes from basically a facility. They eventually find him, but in the end, they all learn something from it.
Yes, great. And all of their stories. I've lost Nicole. I hope she comes back later on. But all the stories, and along with our other young authors who were featured in our first and second series, are now available online. Nicole is back. Let me finish this, Nicole, in the flipbook version. Right. What's more, now they're on a 20% discount. So get your copy before the discount runs out on the 31st of August. Now, back to Nicole. Nicole, can you introduce yourself and the book you have written?
Sorry, it was a bit lagged out, but I'm Nicole. I'm 13 years old, and my book is called Time Rift. It's about the story of a 15-year-old boy who goes on this time adventure, but in the end he messes up, and it becomes a story of how he's supposed to fix his mistakes.
Right. Okay, great. So five young awesome authors. Right. Now I want to talk about the MYAA experience, the Malaysia Young Author Award experience, during the workshops that were held last year. Right. How was the online experience for you? Can I hear from maybe Nicole first?
It was pretty surprising. I expected it to be boring at first, but to be honest, it was really fun. It actually made me feel connected with a lot of people, and I really enjoyed the experience.
Okay, and what was fun about it?
My favorite part was reading other stories because we used the Seesaw platform and we were able to see snippets of other people's stories. So that was my favorite part.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Nicole. And what about Kenji? Kenji, I remembered you sort of like you actually interviewed for, I think, my video series. Yeah, you and your mom, I think. So how was the experience like for you, Kenji?
I guess it was like, at first I thought it was going to be, because it was somewhat clashing with some of my other classes. But I thought it
Right.
was going to be just some other kind of workshop or some other. But it was quite great because I knew I could actually publish my own book and that
Uh-huh.
I had a chance of actually somehow earning money. And I guess it was quite exciting for me.
Okay. So when you went into it, you wanted to win, is it? Because I mean, there was I think about 80, 90 over young authors. So you came in with this thing about, oh, I must win, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Chen, can I hear from you?
I
Was it
think
like
this workshop is I think this workshop is really good as like a foundation because it teaches you a lot about storyboarding and how to make a plot. And so I think that if you are an author who is a new coming author and you want to get into the
Mhm.
world of writing, then I think this is a really good workshop for you.
Okay? All right. So you came in like Kenji, wanting to win or just for the experience?
Just for the experience.
Oh, okay, all right. Can I hear from Yumnah? Yumnah came. Just a bit about Yumnah. She actually came in second, I think, if I'm not wrong, for the Malaysia Young Author Awards, right? And you were the winner for the Asia Young Author Awards, right? Yes.
Yeah.
And what was the experience like for you, Yumnah?
For me, at the beginning, when I joined the Malaysia Young Authors Award, it was just to, I was stressed with exams, and so I just joined it for
Wow.
fun, and it was a really nice experience. And I didn't expect to win later on when I joined the Asia Young Authors Award, but I think the feedback that I received and the experience from doing the workshop really led me to develop my skills, and I think that's what led me to winning later on. And yeah, I think
Right.
it's a very beneficial workshop to take part in.
Right. Thank you. Yes, and I think last, Tiffany, can I hear from you? What's your experience like?
Well, it was very nervous. It was very
Oh,
nervous
yeah. Mm-hmm.
because you're meeting a lot of new people. But everyone was really friendly, and you still got a sense of competition, which is nice in a workshop because it motivates you a lot. And it also was it was a very nice experience because you got to learn a lot of things from professionals and
Right.
yeah.
And from your peers, I guess, because I think you had this team writing and all that. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right. Now, okay, you are no longer writers, but young authors, published young authors. So, if you can give us your ultimate tip, just one, okay, or two if you want to, that other budding writers would remember, what would it be? Right? Can I start from Kenji maybe?
I guess my one ultimate tip would be always be open to ideas as this was a personal experience, but when I was writing for the word count, I planned
Mhm.
everything perfectly, but in the end, I somehow didn't manage to hit the word limit, word count I wanted. So it
Yeah.
was kind of hard for me to get ideas to later put it
Mhm.
on. So I guess my tip would be to always have some spare ideas or be open to suggestions from
Okay.
or content for your writing as sometimes stuff can be missing from your plot and it wouldn't feel as complete as it would be.
Right, right. So you would plan first and then add in other stuff, right? Yeah, that's good. Right. And can I hear from Nicole now?
I'd say my most important tip is to practice because if you keep on practicing, you'll be able to learn new techniques,
Right.
new words, new vocabulary. You can always get help from your teachers, your friends, your family. I found role playing online to be something that was very helpful because
Mhm.
there's a lot of amazing people out there who use very clever and smart words. Their vocabulary is very good and they use very interesting metaphors and ways to describe their characters' feelings. It also helps with character
Right.
development,
Okay. So role
which is
playing.
a very, very important part of
Mhm.
a character's journey. So yeah, through practicing role playing, you can be able to get some very good writing skills.
Yes, I would assume that. Yes, and so can I hear from Tiffany? Tiffany, what would the tip? What would be the tip? Sorry.
My tip is to be very, very comfortable in whatever place you're in because uh, the way you write is also very important. And it's very different whether you are in a very tense situation or in a
Mhm.
very relaxed mindset.
Mhm.
Because
Right.
maybe some people will work better in a very tense situation. They can write better. They are
Right.
forced to, but most people, I don't know, will usually write better
Yes.
in a more comfortable situation because then you can truly get into your mind and you can just write whatever you want. And when you start writing, don't stop because then you can get into the writer zone and it will turn out better than you expected it would be.
Yeah. And what would be, a comfortable time for you?
For me personally, I would write at night because that is when I'm sort of in a more relaxed and ready to
Mhm.
sleep sort of.
Right. Okay. So you write when you're relaxed. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Tiffany. And who haven't I asked? Chen Si, right? Yes, Chen Si.
I
Tell me.
think your goal. I think your goal as an author is to tell a message to your readers, right? So you need to be clear. You need to be simple. You need to be concise with your writing. All right. If there's a more simpler way to write your to express something, then go for that way. All right. Yeah, that's all basically.
Okay. All right. And so, I mean, when you were writing your book, yeah, was it like that? I mean, just think of that way and then go for that way. Is that how it works for you?
Yeah, I mean like recently I've tried to be like that because I actually write articles for my school. So this is a skill I've learned. I picked up pretty recently. So I plan on using it for my future writing.
Okay. All right. So yours is more the research based, right? You're telling me like you read things about racial prejudice and all that, and that you put into your story. Yeah.
Just
So.
articles in general. I just try to talk to more people and just try
Mm,
to get in touch with more different types of things.
okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. 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 All right. Now. Okay. I want you to share with your readers. All right. Why your story is a must read. Right. Okay. So again, maybe we'll start with Kenji. Why is Kenji? Are you there? Yeah. Why
Oh,
is your
sorry.
story a must
Your
read?
mic cut out. Sorry. My story, the book Wolf Charles, is a combination of fantasy and adventure, and being inspired by the Percy Jackson series and Rick Riordan in general, I
Mm,
put in effort to try to capture his way of writing and a lot about the facts of mythology and the different gods and goddesses in that era.
right. Okay. Right. So it's called Wolf Trials, and did the wolf figure in it?
Yeah, the
It
patron
did.
goddess that
There's
they,
a wolf in it.
yeah, the patron goddess was the goddess of wolves.
Ah, okay, okay. And I like that drawing of the wolf there. Yeah, fantastic. Yes. And then we go to Chen Si. Chen Si, author of Humans versus Aliens. Why is your book a must read?
I mean, like it is a sci-fi book, so for anyone who is interested, I think you should go for it. And next up, it tries to, okay, so it addresses the societal issues that we rarely talk about in this day and age. It happens in Singapore, happens in Malaysia, happens all over the world, not just in America, where this book is set in, right? So if you want to learn more about the things that people rarely talk about, if you want to impress your friends, even, then you should go for my book.
Yeah, you must read Chen Si's book, Human versus Aliens. Yes. And next, the winner of the Asia Young Author Award, the book that won, um, The Bright Moon of Myongwol by Yumnah. Yumnah, tell me, why must people get your book?
Well, first off, it's fun, and I think a lot of people will enjoy it, especially teens and people who are, transitioning into young adults, because the story tells is through the eyes of someone who is a nobody at the beginning, but then learns to face a lot of responsibility, and so I think a lot of people can relate to it, especially young kids who are learning about maturity and growing into becoming full adults.
Okay. And I see the moon there. Is it part moon or rising sun or something? Can you explain your cover? Or give me a sense of it. Give readers a sense of your cover. Yumna, is there? Yumna? Are you there? Can we hear from you, Yumna?
The moon
Yeah.
is like a symbolism to her name, which
Yeah.
it brightens the sky. So yeah, it's a representation of how her character is very bright and she's very intelligent.
Ah, okay, very interesting. Yes, so you must get Yumna's book. Yes. And after this, can I hear from Tiffany? Tiffany, the author of Task and Betrayals. Yes. Tell me more about your
Oh,
book.
my
Why must they get it?
is a very fast-paced book, actually. It follows, as I said, my main character, Arya, and she goes into a
Right.
very confusing setting to her, and it just follows her
Oops.
experience.
Uh-huh.
And it may not be as you like it to be. It may not be as you think it would be, but and you may or may not like the
Mm-hmm.
characters. But at the end of the book, you will understand why they act the way they are. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay, right. Yes, okay. You broke up for a while. Yeah. So maybe tell me the last few lines of the story. Yeah. Why must people get your book? Because I think you broke up for a while. So can you just like give me the last few sentences what you said?
You
Tiffany?
may or may
Yeah.
not like the characters in the book, but by the end of the book, I can assure you that you
Right.
will
Right.
understand
Yes.
uh, why they are the way.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Yes. And now, Nicole, the author of Time Rift, tell me more about your book. Why must readers buy it? Why must someone buy it to read?
It's a very interesting book. It goes through many different time periods and it shows you the main aspects of those time periods. The main place where the main character is from is a very futuristic timeline, and it goes to many different places that we all hear about. And besides that, he's also a very charming character. He has his own problems, internal and also the ones where he makes mistakes, which a lot of people do. And he also shows you how you can make up for your mistakes, which is something that a lot of people can connect to.
Right. Okay. And tell me more about the cover. Yeah, you have a very interesting cover. Yeah. Tell me
Yeah,
more about that.
it's just the characters from the story. So like the middle one is Delta, and then there's
Mhm.
the Pharaoh, the
Yes.
dinosaur, his two
Yeah.
friends. There's random clocks, and then the one in the
Right.
middle is like the watch.
Hmm. Okay, great. So get Nicole's book. Yeah. In fact, actually get all five books. They are a great read. Yeah. And right now we're giving a 20% on the flip book. The flip book is an ebook that you can read online and the pages can be flipped. Yeah. So that's why it's called a flip book, right? Okay, it's 20% off the price itself. Yeah, until the 31st of August. All right. So now we come to a game. Yes. We're going to have a little guessing game, right? And please, audience, if you're watching, please join us, all right? Whoever guesses with the correct answer will stand a chance to win the flip book, which is the book that you can flip. There's a flipping sound, yeah? And we have 4 flip books up for grabs, right? One for each author. All right, and Rafi just actually flashed this on screen. An excerpt will be shown on the screen. A young author will be randomly picked to read it, and the rest, the audience, will guess from what story it came from. There are 5 of them, yeah, so it comes from any of the 5 stories. Guess the story correctly, and one lucky respondent will receive a flipbook version of the story. There will be 5, actually 5 winners, one for each story. Okay, so now I will call them to read in this order. Okay, we're gonna flash okay. So can I have Tiffany to read the first one? Tiffany?
Mistress watched carefully amidst my audition, her eyes as sharp as a hawk's, ready to detect any flaws in my showcase. Her face was unreadable, showing no signs of distaste nor of awe. I danced until I reached my limit, but before I could finish, she interrupted my performance and stared me down. You don't seem to know much about what it takes to be a Kiseng, young one, she stated, her voice cold and dry.
Yeah, I think there's a giveaway word here, huh? Okay, all right. So thank you, Tiffany. Yeah, that's the first book, right? And please put down the title of the story, if you know, okay, into the comment section, right? And the next one, thank you, Tiffany. Can I have the next one? The next one, can I ask Yumnah to read? Yumnah?
The lingering light was obliterated by the rapidly falling night. The once salmon and purple sky transformed into a vast expanse of jet black that engulfed the Sacrian city. Delta radiated with determination, like a little star in an unfathomable abyss. He was dead set on time traveling. He didn't even bother to think it through. He sported the golden watch and expected some holographic screen to turn up, but it was old touchscreen technology. How frustrating.
Again, a giveaway here, huh? Okay, so guess the title of the book, okay, that you now just read. And the next, can I have the next slide? And can I hear from Chansey?
They reached what Arya guessed was the throne room. Lose gaping and close your mouth. You look like a total idiot, the prince snapped before motioning to the guards to open the entrance. She felt his hand tugging her arm as they walked, i.e., he marched while she stumbled towards a man sitting on a throne surrounded by other chairs in the center of an omega shape.
All right, thank you, Chansey. Yes, guess the title of the book as well. And now for the fourth one, can I hear from Nicole? The fourth slide, please, Rafi. Yes, okay, Nicole.
Many knew the trials were a big deal, as many times the blessings saved them from a disaster, like during the Arcadian War. The reason why they won was that the blessings gave them immense strength and power. As the altar was set and the incense began burning, the memory started to cloud Nessa's head. She began imagining her mother's name being called out, and how she was wondering what had happened.
Thank you, Nicole. Right, and for the final one, number 5, can I hear from Kenji?
The tunnel soon came to an end. He climbed up a long ladder and opened the hatch. A bright light shone as he walked up. The sun was already up. Above the hatch was the human world. He stood up and squinted his eyes in every direction. To his delight, Hephaestus could see a suburban city in the far distance. He arrived at the city clad in a stained hooded sweatshirt from the 80s and saggy jeans.
Interesting. Yes. Okay, thank you all. So, guys, the audience, guess, put the title of the book in the comments, all right? And you could stand to win a flip book by any of the young authors, right? Thank you so much, right? So while we wait for the results to come in, yes, sorry. We are going to invite everyone to the MYAA. Yes, the MYAA is on the 24th and 25th, which is next Saturday and Sunday. And also we have places also in the 7th and the 8th August workshop. So I'm inviting those who are listening, if you have children, of that age, probably, if they're interested in writing, please ask them, please sign up for them, right? And you stand to win top 3 prizes. And if your story is shortlisted as well, you could actually be mentored to enter the Asian Young Author Awards. And the Asian Young Author Awards, there are 3 top prizes. On top of the Malaysian Young Author Award, you have the Asia Young Author Award, and winners and shortlisted could enter the Asian Young Author Award, which has 3 top prizes of, I think it's $1,500, $1,800. Yeah. All right. Cool. Now this is a special part which I would, while waiting for the results, like to introduce to this. It's the final session, so I thought we'll have something that we didn't do in the other 2. I'd like to invite the parents of the young authors. Unfortunately, only 3 can join. Yeah, so we have Tiffany's dad, John, Nicole's mom, Eunice, and Yumnah's mom, Rafiza, who are able to join, right? And so, the first on screen is John, Tiffany's dad. Hi, John. Yes. Yeah, thanks for coming in. I know you are all the way in Singapore, actually. Yeah, you're working in Singapore. Yeah, and so thank you so much. Tell me, all right, about Tiffany. Okay, where? I mean, how do you where did she get this love for writing? I can't hear you, John. I can't hear you. We can't hear you. Tiffany, you happy to see your dad? Okay. Can't
My
hear you, John. Yeah, I nope, can't hear you. Yeah, I think he's trying to get his sound back. I can't hear him. Yeah, right. Okay, he's going off. Yeah. So Tiffany, tell me about your dad while he's getting connected. Yeah. So he's working in Singapore. He has been working for there for a while.
Yeah, he's been working there
Uh,
for quite some time. He went over around 3 months ago to
okay.
work for a while, and then he'll come back after a week.
Okay, all right. So he has to go through the what is that? The checks and the what is that thing called? The swabs and everything. The testing, the mandatory testing, right?
Hi,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
the Singapore SOP rule.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, yes, we can hear you. Thank you, John. Thank you for coming
Sorry
back.
about
Yeah.
that.
No, no, no worries, no worries. This happens, yeah. Okay, so I was asking Tiffany about not having seen you for a while. She was telling me, but how did she get this love for writing?
So, Tiffany's always been a great reader. She started reading from a really young age, and she loves books. And so she started writing these little short stories for of school,
Mm.
little competitions. So she picked up writing because I write a bit. My dad writes a bit. Her sister writes a bit. So
Oh,
she's just picked up a
okay,
little bit of writing, and she's quite happy.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it runs in the family.
So
So what do you
that's how it
write?
came, and we do, yeah. I because I'm a manager and I write a lot of reports and engineer as
Ah,
well. So that's what we
mhm.
yeah, it's part of the job for me.
Right, right, right. But you write short stories. I mean, writing reports is one thing. Writing short stories is another thing. Yeah.
No, not really. I stopped doing that. I used to when we were younger, but it's
Okay.
been now work's taken on the a different slant. Yeah. Okay. But anyway,
Right, right,
I'm
right.
happy
So
that
I
Tiffany
guess
writes.
Tiffany picked up
We
from
push
you,
her to
yeah?
write all the time.
Great, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's very good. Yeah, I think reading and writing is very important for child's development. Yeah, and thank you for bringing that in her. Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks so much, John. Yeah, and thank you for coming in. Yeah, can I hear from Nicole's mom, Eunice? Now, Eunice, are you there? Eunice, Nicole. Yes,
Hi.
Nicole is back.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, Eunice.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay,
How are
you're
you? Yeah.
you were next to Nicole. Yes, hi. Yes, I
Yeah.
was speaking to Tiffany's dad just now about the love for writing, in Tiffany, and she started writing and reading very young. What about Nicole?
Yeah. Nicole
Tell me.
started reading at a very young age as well. At
Mm-hmm.
3 years old, if you just give her any books, she would just
Really?
start reading. Yeah. So and we also got her into this habit, and we normally buy for her a lot of books
Mm-hmm.
whenever we go out, and she gets to
Right.
choose her books as well. So
Right.
she enjoys reading. Okay, and
Right.
at school, they also got her into the writing part of it. So so that's how she got into writing. Yeah.
Right. Right. And does mommy write? Is mommy also writing a lot, or daddy?
No, 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 no. Yeah.
So your job doesn't require writing like John, who has to do a lot of reports. No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do reading and all, but we are not into writing. Yeah.
Okay, no worries. I'm sure you read a lot. That's why she picked it up. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Eunice. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Next we have Yumnah's mom, Rafiza. Rafiza, Yumnah, are you there? Or Rafiza? Ah, okay. Rafiza is
My
not
mom
here.
said she would join in a different.
Sorry, again, Yumnah, I can't hear you. Did she
She
come
said
in?
she would join in a different screen, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Oh,
She said she would log in with a different screen, but I'm not sure if she's
uh-huh.
here yet.
All right. Okay, never mind. Okay. I'll speak to you. All right. Now, so I think you credited your mom as being the inspiration behind all your stuff. You know, she was your guide and everything else. Tell me why.
Well, she always encouraged me to get out of my comfort zone because I'm a bit
Mhm.
of I tend to focus on one thing at one time. And at the time where I was first joining this program, I was focusing on my exams and all of those things. And I was really stressed at home. It was probably really hard for
Right.
her.
Mhm.
And so she encouraged me to try and get my mind off it by joining this program. And so I'm really
Right.
grateful because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have had this whole
Right.
experience. So yeah, that's the
Right.
story.
Right. That's great. That's great. And I understand also, I think you said that your mom is a nurse. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
your mom is a nurse, right? Yeah. And
Yeah.
so
So
must be really hard on her now, right? I mean, with the hospitals and everything else.
yeah, she is a frontline worker, so every time she comes home, we have to distance ourselves, and she has to go and get changed and everything, and then only
Yeah.
we can talk or have lunch together. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's pretty good. I mean, she's in a very highly stressed job, you know, and you were stressed, and so I guess you de-stress together, yeah. Yeah. So I guess you understand her
yeah,
stress, yeah. And exams I think are terrible too. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Yumna.
yeah.
Right. It's all right. I mean, we don't get to speak from we don't get to hear from Rafiza, but we heard from Yuna. And yes, well, now I think I mean, we just some sharing. We frontline workers, they do all the stuff and they don't. Some of them actually don't share, but I think because especially if it's in Malaysia and countries are hit very very hard by the COVID-19. Frontline workers are the ones that basically go in front, and they're the ones who actually have all the stress, yeah, and they have children too, like like from Rafisa, and so yeah, let's thank them, let's be grateful to them, yeah. Right, okay. Now we have the announcement of winners. Yes. I think Rafi, are you ready with the announcements? Is it there? Right. Not yet. Okay. Yes, we also have, all right, I've just been cute here. Chen Xi's dad, yeah, who was waiting all the while. I'm so sorry, Chen Xi, about this. Yeah, Chen Xi's dad, are you around? Yeah, hi, hi. So sorry about it. Yeah, right. Rafi reminded me. Yes, okay. Can you unmute yourself, Mr. Ong?
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I've always been very curious after speaking to Chen Xi and reading his book. Yeah, he was talking about about racial stuff and all that, and he seems a very what is the word for it? A person who is very in a way to go sort of person. Very active, very like he has his ideals and all that. Does it come from you?
I don't think so. I don't think
Okay.
so. I think I'm more mellow, and more down to earth. He's very hyper. I think even from a
Okay.
young age, yeah. Even from a young age, overheard you talking about young age reading. He reads a lot too, and he likes to write. And I remember when he was much younger, he like 2 years old, when we go to the park, he would always stop to read all the car numbers from, the car
2 years old.
registration number. Yeah, about two,
2
two to
years
three
old.
years old. He continued doing that for a while, right? From 2 to 3 years old, he was always stopping at every car and read their registration number, right? Like from the
That's how he
front,
learned
from the
it.
back.
Is that how he
Yeah. So
teaches numbers?
yeah, and it took a while for us to get to the park because he always was stopping at all the car numbers to read.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So where did he get his love for writing? He seems very passionate about writing and research.
Yes, like I told you before, he's very into alphabets and words. Right? When he was much younger, we always had to buy I don't know what you call it, but those alphabet puzzles that you lay down on the floor, those soft, spongy
Jigsaw
alphabet.
Yeah.
Those jigsaw puzzle, the alphabet puzzle that you lay down on the floor, those spongy type. And so we have hundreds of them because every time we pass by a department store, he will insist on buying a set.
Wow.
And we have to bring it to all the trips that we go to. You know, if we go to visit my sister in Australia, we have to bring the whole bunch there, and we do play with it all day long.
Right, that's amazing. Yeah, great. Yes, and so he from young he has been sort of like playing all these puzzles and all that. What about his love for writing? I guess he reads a lot. And what about writing? When did it start?
Um,
He's 14 this year,
well,
right?
yeah, he started, I guess, maybe about 4, 5, 6 years old.
Okay, right.
Yeah, and he's always reading. So I sort of encourage him to do some writing, short stories and stuff like that. And when I read those writings, I thought it was pretty good. So from there on, I tried to encourage him to do more and more writing.
Wonderful. Yes, writing needs thinking as well, so it develops your thinking skills. Yeah.
Correct.
Great. Thank you so much, Miss Ong. Sorry about just now, didn't get you in. Yeah, but thank you
No
so
worries,
much.
no worries.
Yeah,
All right. Okay. Nice talking to
right.
you.
Nice talking to you too. Yes, and do we have the results, Rafi? Yes. Okay, so we got that. Yeah, guess the book winners. We have Jess Ku Sin Yi, Debbie Kalyana Sundaram, Angie Ng, Ding Kong Lim, and Cheryl Tan. Yes, okay. 5 winners in all. And what you would have to do, okay, is to WhatsApp your email address, okay, not your mailing address, your email address to 6588210431, okay, to claim your prize. WhatsApp 882165, sorry, in front, 88210431. Okay, your email address, your name and email address, okay, all right, to claim your prize. Thank you so much. Yeah, right, congratulations. Right now, um are there shout outs? Yeah, I'm supposed to read shout outs. Sorry, first time here. Right, so any shout outs? Do I think I have to go to comments, right? Oh yeah, runs in the family indeed, from Sherlyn Ng. I don't know who you are talking about, but I think it runs in the whole family for every one of them. Yeah, right. And is there Chang Xiang? Yeah, Chang Xiang Ng. Cool, fantastic. Yeah, right. Angie Ng says nice. Okay. What other comments do we have? Yeah. Well, I think we do have. I love Harry Potter. Cheryl Tan. I think it's one of your friends, right? Okay. Harry Potter, the one, I think, the Magic and Fantasy. I can't remember which one of you wrote Magic and Fantasy. Yeah. So yeah, great comments. Right. So now we come to that part where we have thanks. We are grateful for the people who have walked with us through this journey, who have supported us in the book. So can I hear, okay, from all of you young authors, the people who have walked with you through your journey, who have supported you. I know you did a dedication in your book, but now for the audience, maybe for people who are tuning in, your teachers and whatever, can I hear from you? Okay, any message? Can I hear from Tiffany first?
So I would like to thank my parents for being very supportive and pushing me into finishing the book, of course. They're sometimes hard to finish. And also I would like to thank my sister and grandfather for proofreading and being very brutally honest with their feedback. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. Parents usually are not brutally honest, right? Yeah. Or family are not. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you, Tiffany. Kenji?
I would like to thank my mom for when I finished the first phase of my writing for the book. I gave it to my mom for her to proofread and see whether it was good. And I'm thankful for her being there to push me to also meet the deadlines, obviously, but push me in general of finishing up the story, making it sound good or just trying to help me in my vocabulary in general.
Right. Right. Cool. Yeah. Thank you, Kenji. Right. And now can I hear from Chen?
Oh yeah, I would like to thank the people who have taught me to be the person I've been today, and I would especially like thank Hong Lim for giving me the ideas for this book. That's all. Yeah. Wait, no, I'm still on Chenzi's that yeah,
Never
I would like
mind.
to
It's
thank people
okay.
who have
You
helped
know
become
it's
the
good.
person I am today. Yeah.
Yeah. And sorry, say that again. The last line.
I would like to thank the person who actually gave me the ideas for this book. His name is Hong Lim. His name is Hong Lim, and I don't think he's watching this right now, but like I would like to thank him.
Okay. Ting Kong Lim, right? I thought I saw that he won something. Yeah. Is that his name?
Yeah, Ting Hong Lim. Ting Hong
Yeah.
Lim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watching he won, I think, one of the books. Yeah, I think probably it's your book. Yeah. All right. Nothing else, only your friends and your whoever gave you some ideas or whatever. What about your dad that's sitting there?
He left. He
Okay,
wanted to go
but
get something.
okay, all right. But thank you, Dad, on your behalf.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right. And who's next, huh? Tiffany, Kenji, Chen, Nicole?
I like to thank my mom and dad as they're the ones who continue to push me on. They show me all these opportunities for me to jump into, and I want to thank them so much for putting this up for me to join. I also like to give it to my families and my cousin who helped me read the stories, helped me critique the story, and gave me more ideas. I also like to give it to my friends at school, as they've always been like wanting to find out more about the story, and their eagerness has given me a lot of motivation to finish it.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think it's because you write well, they were curious, they want to read to the end. Yeah. Great, great. Thank you, Nicole. Yumnah, yes. Tell me. Right. Yeah.
I'd also like to thank my mom for introducing me to the idea of joining in the first place, as I've said. Also, my family, they all were more excited than me when they found out that I was going to get published. And yeah, I'm just very happy to have their support and them cheering me on.
Right. Okay, since you are the last, actually, and I wasn't going to ask this, but well, how does it feel winning, the top prize in Asia Young Author Award?
At first, I did not expect it, so I was a bit like, really? And then when it finally sank in, I think it boosted my confidence in, trying my writing skills and just trying to apply for things because I don't really, I don't really get out of my comfort zone often, and it was kind of like a confirmation or like a green light for future activities, and yeah, I think it really boosted my confidence.
Wonderful, wonderful, great, great. Yeah, nice ending, to our series, right? So I wish you all, right, good luck in your writing journey, and do write more, right? And please stay creative, right? And to everyone, right, if you like to, well, we have another comment from Boon Wan. I think it's Tiffany's mother. Good job. And Ji Eung says, good job. Proud of you. That's what Boon Wan says. Yes. Okay. All right. So to every one of you, good luck. Right. Keep writing. All right. Stay creative. Yeah. And thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming in for the book launch of the last series of our book launch. And thank you all. Right. Bye.